So the other day I was at this event hosted by my friend Danielle. It was acro yoga. Didn't really know what it was, but I was invited, so I went along. What I did know though was it was gonna be hosted in a place that I'd been working the day before. I'd done a shoot with another friend of mine, Vicky, these shots. So I knew that this space was just gonna be amazing to shoot in. So I took along the EOS because I wanted to try out one of the features that's been getting me down a little bit. So if you don't know, this camera will shoot super slow motion, 120 frames per second. That means that when you bring it to the computer, you can slow it down and you get this amazing, smooth, beautiful slow motion. Quick rundown on that is 4K, you've probably heard of. That's like probably overkill for most people. I upload most videos to YouTube, and most people do, in 1080p. It's what your phone probably is, it's what your TV probably is. Then below that, there's like another flavor of HD. That's 720p. It's like 75% of the resolution of 1080, which just means that the quality is potentially going to be a little bit worse. So that's what this shoots in when you're shooting in slow motion. You can do half speed slow motion, but I want quarter speed slow motion. To get quarter speed, you have to go down to 720p, which isn't ideal, but I kind of thought, do you know what, it's going to be fine for, you know, YouTube sort of stuff. And I saw Potato Jet do some videos when he first got the EOS. His 720 seemed pretty good, although it was all shot outside. I've tried to shoot some slow motion inside and it's been okay. It's kind of usable as long as you get enough light on it. This event though, because I knew this space was going to be so beautifully lit, I just thought, let's go test it out in the ideal circumstances. And it looked pretty good. You'll see in a minute. It looks okay. Problem is the autofocus doesn't work in this, and that just meant that the speed that I was trying to get stuff at, I've missed focus a lot. Another thing this means is if you've got your camera and you're kind of like moving in on the subject, that focus is only going to hit at one point unless you kind of manually focus it, and for the most part that's just not recommended. So I'll save my thoughts on it till after you've seen it. So here's my day of yoga. So this is the second time in a couple of days that I've been in this space, and it's just in Manchester. The Museum of Science and Industry is like just over there somewhere. Today I was doing acro yoga. Really enjoyed it. Yeah, it's a beautiful space, and here's some B-roll to prove it.
Seek it out, no time to waste. All that you know, eradicate. When it comes to this, there's no right way. Some call it restlessness, and some say I'm caught up in illusion. They don't see it, they don't know that I was born to lose control. This red hot river running
back from acro yoga, which was really like properly fun, properly enjoyable. If that's supposed to happen, but look at this boat. So as much as I enjoyed my time doing acro yoga, I'm probably not going to be doing it weekly, mainly because running's my thing, but I'll get onto that in a second. What it did do for me though is it made me start to think about self-care. So treating your body and your mind sort of right. And self-care is one of them things that to me always sounded like kind of going for expensive spa treatments and being pampered, and it was something that felt so disconnected from me that it wasn't even worth thinking about. But having done this yoga thing and recently been using an app called Headspace, which is like sort of mindfulness practice, I'm shying away from using the word meditation. It really got me thinking about this idea of kind of keeping your body and your mind healthy and caring for yourself so that you can live longer and be prosperous longer. So what I started to do is I started to look at the things that I need, my limitations, the way my mind works, things like that. So I jotted down a couple of things. First of all, I know that I overthink things, which leads to anxiety, so taking the time out to do something like some sort of mindfulness practice, which this yoga incorporated, which Headspace incorporates, that can be really powerful for people who overthink things. I know that I tend towards being extroverted, and I mean that in the sense that some people are extroverts and they get energy from spending time with other people. The more time they spend with other people, the more energy they seem to have. Whereas introverts tend to lose energy as they spend more time with people and need to recharge by being by themselves. Another thing I know is that physical activity makes me happy. It just improves my sense of self. The problem with that is I know that I'm lazy, and so that's a balance that I need to try and strike. And lastly, I'm more likely to do something if I perceive it as a challenge, which leads me back to running and the fact that I just potentially stupidly signed up very short notice for the Manchester Marathon. Not stupid because I don't think that I can do the distance, but stupid because I signed up with 6 weeks to go, and when I looked online for training plans for marathons, the shortest one was 10 weeks. The shortest one I could find anyway was 10 weeks, and I have 5 weeks now left to train for it. I know that I'm going to finish it. That's not my problem. It's doing okay in it. But yeah, it's a challenge, and I know that that means that I'm gonna have to work harder in the lead up to it. So acro yoga covered meeting new people, it covered physical activity, and also it covered the challenge aspect of that, because it was really tough. It was difficult, physically difficult to do. Them things together mean it was something that I really liked. Now that you've seen the slow motion footage that I got, you can see what I mean about missing focus, about it just not looking quite as good, and these were pretty ideal circumstances for it. Is it going to make me get rid of the Canon? Probably not. I just wanted to kind of focus on it a little bit, just so that you guys know what you're getting into. And next time I'm going to be talking about this monitor, so like this video and subscribe if you want to see that next video. I'll catch you next time.